Hi everyone, I'm Gina Kay from Gina Kay Designs and your host of Stamp TV. I'd like to welcome you to our new release party presentation. Tonight you will get to see many of the new products being released in action right here in this video presentation, along with some useful tools. At any time, feel free to click on the links below the screen to play along with our contest questions, challenges, and to see all of the stamp sets in full along with beautiful samples created by our design team especially for you. The techniques from tonight's release party presentation will be archived in our videos section at Stamp TV for viewing whenever you like. If you're the partying type, we have a party chat thread going strong where you can hang out with the design team and me from now until 9 p.m. Central Time tonight. And the best news is all of the products are already available in our store at ginakdesigns.com, so you don't have to wait until 9 o'clock to place your order. So sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's release party presentation. The first stamp set I want to showcase this evening is the beautiful stamp set duo called Believe in Yourself. This stamp set duo is very near and dear to my heart because so many of you have told us that you've learned to try new things, to take chances, and to believe in yourselves, and that we've helped you become better stampers. The Believe in Yourself stamp set duo makes a perfect card for anyone who's graduating, starting a new job, or just needs a vote of confidence. I want to show you a fun way to use the Believe in Yourself stamp set duo using an ink pad, marker, and a little bit of Sakura Stardust pen. Let me show you the tools and products you need to do this technique. First, you're going to need the Believe in Yourself stamp, the greeting part of the stamp set duo. You're also going to need an ink pad, and I'm using a Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. You're going to need a marker, and I'm using the Rhubarb Stalk Memento marker. And I also have a Sakura Stardust pen. This is the Clear Star. You're going to need a little bit of Scotch tape and some cardstock, and I'm using some of the Gina Kay Designs layering weight cardstock in white. So to begin, you're going to take some of this Scotch tape, and you're going to mask off the word you in yourself just by sticking the Scotch tape over the letters Y-O-U, like that. And make sure you get it all the way to the end of the U. If it's not there, you can lift it up and you can move it a little bit. So this is going to be one of the most important things, is to make sure that you've got this completely covered. There. Then you're going to take one more piece of Scotch tape. You want to make sure that it's nice and straight. And you're going to cover the B, the B-E part of believe. Let's do this, move this over a little bit. So what I've done here is I've covered up the B-U, which is kind of a neat little statement all in itself, and I've left the rest of it open so that when I hit it with my ink pad, only part of those letters are going to get inked up. So there, now I've inked up those parts of the letters, and now I'm going to carefully remove this little bit of tape. And as you can see, the rest of that still needs ink. That's where my marker comes in. So I'm going to take the Memento marker, and I'm going to color the word B, and the word U. I really enjoy using the water-based markers for this technique. You can't really use alcohol markers for this if you want a nice crisp image, because even if you do use those and you spritz them with the blender, it'll still be a little bit more watercolored. This, by using a water-based marker and coloring directly on the stamp, you're going to get a nice crisp image for both parts of the word. Other water-based markers that you can use are the Stampin' Up! Markers, the Marvy markers, La Plume, and I'm sure that there are lots of other great water-based markers. And if you don't have those markers, you can even pick up a pack of Crayola markers, and they will work too, as long as they're the water-based markers and not a permanent marker. Okay, so now I have the BU inked up with the rhubarb, and I have the rest of it inked up with black. Now, because my black is probably dry now, and some of that marker is probably drying, I'm going to need to huff over the surface of the stamp, and that means to breathe warm, moist air over that whole image to reactivate the ink with moisture. And then stamp. Isn't that neat? So now you can see it has two meanings: believe in yourself and be you. Now, what I would like to do with this is I would like to add a little bit more shimmer to the BU part. So I'm going to go over those letters using the Sakura Stardust pen. And this way, when the light hits it just right, you're going to be able to see the whole thing, but the BU part is just going to shimmer and sparkle. And it's real easy to just cover that up. Just kind of draw right over those lines. And because it's clear and the glitter is just shimmery, if you go a little tiny bit outside of the lines here and there, it's really not going to make a huge difference. It's still going to give you that same effect. And when I show you the finished card project, we'll make sure that the anti-glare lights are turned down so you can really see the sparkle. And that's how easy that is. Believe in yourself, be you. Let me show you my finished card project. Here's my finished card project, and you can see the beautiful butterfly image that comes in the Believe in Yourself Stamp Set Duo. I've colored that with some Copic markers, and then I've also colored over all of the Copic marker colored parts and with that clear Sakura Stardust pen. So the whole butterfly shimmers, and so does the Believe in Yourself. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? You can see all of that beautiful sparkle and shine. And then the other parts of this card, what I've done here is I've used our brand new Jelly Bean Green cardstock to make a card base, and I used our brand new Petals and Wings patterned paper pack to do the background. And you can see there's pretty little butterflies in there to kind of accent this larger butterfly image. I used a couple of white brads, and I used the Tonic Ticket Tag punch to notch the corners, and a little bit of black ribbon, and trimmed this all out with some Spellbinders dies, and you can see I have a beautiful card of encouragement and confidence. Believe in yourself. I hope you like the Believe in Yourself Stamp Set Duo as much as I do. And here's the best part. In honor of our 3rd year anniversary, this stamp set can be yours free with any purchase of $35 or more on orders placed from now through the end of the month, March 31st, 2012. Just click on the What's Free button and add this adorable Stamp Set Duo into your shopping cart with your qualifying order. And happy 3rd anniversary to everyone at Stamp TV. Whenever you purchase 3 stamp sets in one order, we give you a free stamp set called our One Free with 3. With each release, the new One Free with 3 changes. This month, our new One Free with 3 is called Great Sayings. This stamp set is filled with beautiful, encouraging sayings that will help you create gorgeous cards, scrapbook pages, and home decor. I want to show you a fun way to embellish this adorable flower image that comes in this stamp set, and a clean and simple card project that also converts into a beautiful piece of encouragement for any desk, side table, or shelf. Let me show you the tools and products you're going to need for this. First, you're going to need some ink, and I'm using a Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. And you can use any black ink pad for this, but preferably dye ink so it's quick drying. Then you're going to need some liquid pearls, and this is the ruby red color. You can also use the white, the silver, the platinum, or any other color liquid pearls you might have. And then we're going to use a couple of stamps from the stamp set. I'm using the flower image to show you the technique. And then the greeting that I've chosen is the one that says, "What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise." What an encouraging saying. So let me show you how I did this. First, I have a piece of Gina K Designs layering weight cardstock in white. This is our 80-pound cardstock. And I'm going to ink up this stamp using the black Memento ink. I'm going to stamp this right off to the side here. Get a nice crisp image. And then my greeting I'm going to put down here off into the corner a bit. Now sometimes when I'm stamping my greeting, I'll take a scratch piece of paper. I happen to have one here. And I'll just test it to make sure it's on my block straight. And sometimes that helps me judge whether or not I need to move. And that looks pretty good, pretty straight. So I know I'm in the right spot here. And then I will stamp that right onto my card. Right about there. There we go. Okay. Now let me show you the cute way to embellish this little flower image. What I have here is the liquid pearls, and if you've never used liquid pearls before, you're going to find that you want to start it first by squeezing just a tiny little bit out, especially if you haven't used the bottle in a while. Sometimes there can be a little bit of crusty stuff on the top, so you just want to squirt some of that out and get it out of the way. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to fill in each one of those little circles on the flower using the liquid pearls. And the best way to do this is to hold the bottle straight up and down. You don't want to turn it sideways because then your point is going to drift off to the side. You want your point to stand right up on top, and then when you let go of the point, it will sink back down and make a perfectly round pearl. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to squeeze some of that out there and then pull straight up. And you watch how that is going to settle into a beautiful little red pearl. I'll do a couple more while that's settling. Straight up. And you can make these as large or as small as you want. You can make each one different. You can make them all about the same. But just try to remember to pull straight up. And then I'm going to show you a close-up side view of how that rounds out so nicely. Okay, and they're almost all rounded. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to turn it sideways. See how they turned into just nice little semicircles there? They look just like pearl embellishments. But what's fun about these is you don't have to have pearl embellishments in all different sizes because you control the size by how much you squeeze out. Let me show you my finished card project. Here's my little card that I made, and this is just a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square card. And all I did was use the Bow Easy to make a little single loop bow and stuck that on there with a glue dot. Then I matted that white piece onto a piece of our black onyx and then put the whole piece on top of a red hot card base. And that makes a cute little card, and then after you've written in the card and the person has opened it, they can put that up on their shelf or on their desk so that they can always see that very encouraging saying, "What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise." The Great Saying stamp set is only available with the purchase of any 3 full-size stamp sets in one order. Just click on the What's Free tab and add this set into your shopping cart with your qualifying order, and you'll be on your way to making beautiful projects with great sayings. Before I show you the new Stamp TV kit, I'd like to show you some of the other fabulous new products being released tonight. Our illustrators have outdone themselves with their stamp sets this month. First, I want to show you the brand new set by Melanie Menchinger called Wild Flowers. This new stamp set coordinates with her Wild at Heart stamp set, and you can actually cut out these flowers and create beautiful three-dimensional cards, which I'm sure Melanie's going to have a lot of those on her blog over the next coming weeks, so make sure you tune in there too. This set is just beautiful with beautiful greetings, and I love the solid floral images because you can do the rock and roll technique and you can stamp with colored inks, all of the beautiful distress inks and memento inks, and you can do a lot of the fun techniques that you can't necessarily do with line art images. So you're going to love having this one in your collection. Another fun stamp set is the new Blooming with Blessings by Rupa Shevda. This stamp set is so full of springtime images with these cute little ducks and rabbits and frogs, mice, and all of these wonderful little sayings for spring. This is perfect for a birthday. It's your day, make a splash, or may your springtime be a wonderful blend of sunshine, flowers, and joys without end. I love the greetings, and these images are just adorable. And for those of us that love to color, this is the perfect stamp set. Then Teresa has given us something totally different than we've had in the past. This is called Wild About You. And I love this stamp set because some of you may have had wonderful safari adventures that you want to scrapbook, and some of you who might be more like me have great pictures of our kids at the zoo, and this is a great stamp set for scrapbooking those pictures and also for making beautiful home decor and fun cards like Have a Wild Birthday with the elephant and the giraffe. And many of Teresa's other stamp sets can be coordinated with these particular stamps to make beautiful scenery. So stay tuned to Teresa's blog for that because I'm sure she'll have some fantastic ideas coming up in the next few weeks. And then our illustrator Tammy Mayberry has given us something that we all need in our collection, a stamp set that's geared toward the men in our lives. This one is called Masculine Tags, and it coordinates with the new Spellbinders Labels 22. It has different sizes, so you can use many of the different dies in the set. Plus, it's got these wonderful greetings for grandpa, husband, father, brother, and one of my favorites is this classic car and this little greeting, "You're a classic." How many grandpas would love a card like that? So the Masculine Tag set, remember, coordinates with Spellbinders Labels 22. Now we're going to try to have that stamp set in that die set in stock too for you this evening, but it is limited and our shipment hasn't quite come in yet, so we're hoping that everything will coordinate right around the same time. But if not, and you see it out there, grab it and then grab this set because this set is going to make stamping those masculine cards a breeze. Now another thing I want to show you is the brand new Petals and Wings paper pack. This beautiful paper pack is full of springtime patterns and gorgeous colors. And I want to show you the cardstock assortment that coordinates with it. Here are the 4 colors in the cardstock assortment. This is our Lemon Drop, and then we have the Bubblegum Pink, Cranberry Tart, and our brand new green that we've added this month called Jelly Bean Green, just in time for spring. And so many of you ask me, you've sent me emails and private messages, please open up the paper pack and show us all the beautiful patterns. So I'm going to do that this time. And you will be surprised at how these gorgeous patterns not only coordinate with the cardstock, but coordinate with each other as well. And one little thing I wanted to tell you is don't be afraid to use this little cover sheet. This particular little design here coordinates with the Spellbinders Label 16, and you can cut it out and pop a little photo on there or pop a little piece of white cardstock on there, cut it out with a circle, and you can make use of that. So that's kind of fun and a great way not to waste the cover sheet. Also, use that little band of ribbon up at the top and at the bottom, and it's a great way to embellish your cards while you're coordinating with our pattern paper pack. So the first pattern we have is the Petals and Wings stripes going across with all the little butterflies and the little side view of the butterfly. Then we have this beautiful Jelly Bean Green pattern. That's so pretty, makes very elegant cards. And then we have 2 damasks. We have one that coordinates with the bubble gum, and we have another one that coordinates with the new Jelly Bean, which is really fun. Then we have this beautiful plaid, which has all of the colors in it. It's got the jelly bean, it's got a little bit of the lemon drop, it's got some of the bubble gum, and then it's got a beautiful gold in there as well. Very pretty. And then we have this fun check. This one, it's kind of like a gingham almost, and it just kind of reminds me of a picnic blanket, which is so fun in the spring when the weather breaks to just grab that sack lunch and go out and have a nice outside lunch, and that's what that kind of reminds me of, a springtime picnic blanket. Then we have these quilted blocks, and these also feature the same colors, and again, the little winged creatures there, the butterfly in the side view. And then we have one more of this pretty twist in the bubble gum. So that is the complete view of the Petals and Wings pattern paper pack. You get 24 sheets, you have 8 different designs, and you get 3 sheets of each, so you can make lots of card projects with one pack. Now, all of these fabulous new stamp sets, cardstock, and pattern paper will be featured in Stamp TV video episodes in the coming weeks. So make sure you have your sets ready to go so you can stamp along using all of these fun new products. You're going to love the projects you can make with the new Petals and Wings Stamp TV kit. And you're going to love the variety of images in this kit and how well they coordinate with the pattern papers and embellishments. I'd like to show you how I created the focal image for the first card project featuring the new Petals and Wings Stamp TV kit. Let me show you the tools and products you're going to need for this. First, you're going to need a couple of stamps from the new kit, and the 2 stamps that I'm using here are this rectangular texture stamp. And I love this stamp because this can be used with so many of the stamps you may already have in your collection too. It makes a great backdrop for any solid image, and some of our other longer stemmed flowers that we've done in the past will work beautifully with this. And then this beautiful long stemmed delicate floral stamp. This is going to be a favorite of yours. You're going to pull it out all the time. I know I am. I can't keep my ink off of it. And then I'm going to use some Memento Angel Pink and 2 markers. The markers I've chosen are both Memento markers. One is Bamboo Leaves and the other one is Rhubarb Stalk. Okay, so to begin, guess what? I don't have a block that is big enough for this particular stamp. But that's okay because the binder sheet that comes with it makes a great acrylic block replacement. So what I've done here is I've taken the stamp and I've just popped it onto my binder sheet. And now I'm going to ink that up on its back using some of the Memento Angel Pink ink. And Angel Pink is such a delicate, soft color that you can really ink up this stamp a lot and not have to worry that it's going to be too dark. Another beautiful ink color that works for this technique is the Memento Desert Sand. It's perfect for the more neutral cards that you may want to make, or if you want to do something a little bit more masculine. Now I'm going to lay a piece of our white layering weight cardstock right on top, and I'm just going to rub all over the surface of the stamp, just making sure I don't move the cardstock so it doesn't smear or doesn't give me a double impression. So now, I can just pick that up and you can see I have a nice texture there. Just a soft texture. It just makes the whole thing, your eye is just drawn to your focal image when you have a texture behind the focal image. Now for the focal image, once again, this stamp is almost too big for this block, but if you put it on an angle, you'll be just fine. And because it's cut out to the same exact shape of the floral image, when you turn it over, you'll be able to stamp it straight just because you can see what it looks like on the back from the foam. Now I'm going to start by coloring in my stems, and I'm going to do that using the bamboo marker. And I'm just going to color down all over those stems. And I want to be a little bit careful when I get close to the flowers because I don't want to get any green on those. And you'll be able to see and get around all of those very easily. And don't worry about, if you get ink stuck in between the lines and stuff, because Memento ink is water-based ink. It's very, very easy to wash the stamps and the ink comes right off. It doesn't stain at all. I haven't had any trouble even with the black staining my ink, staining my stamps. But if you do have any little stains on your stamps that you're really trying to get rid of, make sure you try some of the Ultra Clean, because that will get ink off that's been stuck on your stamps for 10 years and make them look like new. Okay, so there now I've colored all of that in. Now I'm going to use my second color, the rhubarb stalk, and I'm going to color the flowers. And again, you just want to be careful right around the stems, not to get too much red going down onto those stems. What's nice about this technique is, even though I'm using all rhubarb stalk ink for my flowers, if you wanted to get fancy, you could have a variety of colors for your flowers. You could have red ones and orange ones and yellow ones and make it a real bright, summery looking bunch. But I'm just going to do all one color for this particular project. And just a couple more petals here, and I'll be ready to stamp. One more tiny flower right here. Okay. Now once again, for this technique, because I'm using markers, I'm going to need to huff. And in case you missed it, huffing just means that you're going to breathe warm, moist air over the surface of the stamp to reactivate any ink that's already dried. And then I'm going to stamp that right on top of that texture. And line it up and stamp. Isn't that pretty and delicate? I am just so in love with this image. I can see myself using it all the time. Now maybe you don't have quite as much time as that and you need a fast card. Well, nothing looks prettier than an angel pink backdrop and a solid black silhouette image. So feel free to ink up that stamp with black and stamp it right on top, and it will give you a whole different look, very Art Deco, but just beautiful because the image is so delicate. Now let me show you my finished card project. Here's the very first Stamp TV card project featuring the Petals and Wings kit. What I've done here is I've used the swirly pattern paper in the bubble gum, and I've matted that onto some of the black onyx, and then I put the whole thing on a Gina K Designs 120-pound white card base, and all of these cardstocks come in the new kit. Then I've stamped one of the greetings from the new kit, "May all your wishes come true." I matted this particular piece onto some black, and then I just slipped the greeting underneath and stuck the whole panel on with 1/4-inch pop dots, so it's just a little bit raised. And then I added a little bit of ribbon and tied a little knot in the front. And that is the very first Stamp TV Petals and Wings card project. I have so many fun projects planned for you featuring this kit. Stay tuned for a full kit presentation coming up next. I am so excited to share the new Stamp TV kit, Petals and Wings. This kit is full of beautiful cardstock, pattern paper, ribbon, and embellishments that will help you create beautiful cards for all occasions. Let me show you everything you get inside this kit. First, just like all of our Stamp TV kits, you get a great plastic storage box so you can keep all of the pieces of your kit together so you can follow along with all of the videos coming up over the next several weeks. Then inside, let's start with the cardstock. You get 24 sheets of Gina K Designs high quality, pure luxury cardstock, starting with 2 sheets of the brand new Jelly Bean Green, 2 sheets of the Lemon Drop, 2 sheets of this gorgeous Cranberry Tart, 2 sheets of Bubblegum Pink, 3 sheets of Black Onyx, 3 sheets of the Chocolate Brown, and these colors just make great accent parts for your card projects. And then you get 5 sheets each of our heavy base weight, 120-pound white, and our 80-pound layering white for a complete collection of 24 sheets. Now, all of these sheets of cardstock coordinate beautifully with the brand new Petals and Wings pattern paper pack. And if you just watched our video about all of the new products coming up, then you already saw all of the beautiful patterns in here. Now, let me show you some of the ribbons. Let me move the white out of the way so you can see how these ribbons coordinate. We have a couple of very delicate springtime ribbons. This is the Lemon Drop ribbon, and this is Organdy ribbon, and then we have some of the Jelly Bean Green ribbon. Then we have some more solid ribbons here, and you'll notice that because this kit is so delicate, we decided to go with a more delicate ribbon this time, and this is our 3/8 of an inch Pure Luxury ribbon. Here you have some white grosgrain, you have some bubblegum pink gingham, you have some black onyx, here's some double-stitched chocolate, and then 2 more grosgrains. And this pink coordinates beautifully with the cranberry tart and some of the deeper pinks in the Petals and Wings pattern paper pack. And this gold is just gorgeous. You're going to find a lot of this gold in these patterns in the paper pack, and you're going to love the way that all coordinates together. You also get an assortment of brads, and this time we've done 3 colors. We've done copper and black, and then also white. And what's nice about the white brads is you could color them with Copic markers to match anything that you're working on. So even if you're working on a project totally outside of this kit, you can use the white brads and some Copic markers and color them to match your project. Now, the piece de resistance, what you're waiting for is the brand new Petals and Wings stamp set. You're going to love this one. First, let me take it out and show you how big and gorgeous it is. Just like all of our stamp sets now, this one is pre-cut, comes with 2 of our binder sheets for easy storage. You can see how easily these stamps pop right out. What I love about this one, we've done a stamp like this before in one of our other kits, and you guys just loved it. Well, we decided to do this one a little bit different. Instead of being a fun polka dot pattern, this one is a gorgeous damask, and it's going to make beautiful, elegant springtime cards. But what we've done is we've cut out the center, which I really like because then you can actually stick an image inside there and stamp the whole thing at once if you want. Or if you want to kind of lay it out and see how it's going to look with a photograph, you can see if the inside opening will be big enough, and I really like that. Plus, this little circle stamp is great for doing just a shadow if you want to do a little shadow circle in an angel pink or desert sand and then stamp an image on top of it. Perfect for those single layer cards where you want it to look like you've got a little something behind it. You'll notice that all of the gorgeous stamps in this kit are delicate and springy, beautiful floral images, a cute little bird in a little nest here looking like he's sailing, a hot air balloon, beautiful butterfly, birds, everything to make you feel like you're just in flight. You're going to love this one. Oh, and I want to make sure that you know that 2 binder sheets come with this kit, and it's always a good idea to store all of your stamps on our binder sheets. It will keep the foam backing working really well for you. As you know, we use a cling foam on the back, and it sticks to acrylic blocks. You want to make sure that you always store that on the right kind of surface to keep it sticky. All you have to do when you get your stamps is peel off this paper backing, and it will stick to your acrylic blocks, and it will also stick perfectly to our binder sheets for easy storage. The new Petals and Wings Stamp TV kit is available now at GinaKDesigns.com. And stay tuned for weeks of episodes inspiring you with projects created using this fabulous new kit. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's release party presentation video. The design team and I will be hanging around until 9 o'clock in the release party chat thread at the link below the screen. And the contests, challenges, and full stamp set reveal links will stay live until Monday, when we choose the winners of our contest questions and challenges. Those winners will each receive a grab bag of over a dozen deeply etched, pre-cut Gina K Designs rubber stamps. And now that you've seen some of the fun projects that you can make, you can visit our store at www.ginakdesigns.com. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening, and we'll see you back here soon on Stamp TV.